Namaste. So I've been conflicted about what the Reiki Dojo group is all about. Ultimately in life, we all do stuff because we want something in return. Deep down, we say we want to give, yet we want that smile. We want that good feeling we get because we gave, even if they don't want. And so accepting that, I go, why am I doing Reiki Dojo? What do I want? And I realize that what I want is, I want growth. I want a place where I can be myself and grow and learn in the best way I can. And so that's what Reiki Dojo is going to be. And I realize that to be myself, I have to release my ego, as in Course of Miracles it says. And so with that, I just have to say what this dojo is going to be about. It's going to be about me channeling Usui Sensei. I'm going to be sharing why I believe I channel Usui Sensei. I'm going to share my journey of where I've discovered, yeah, that crap's going on. And I'm going to share with you why it's so powerful and why Usui Sensei gave me the information of what the dojo is all about. I take on the title of Sensei because I have walked a path. I have walked a path for over 20 years in spirituality. And it started with me, well, it came out of a second divorce, and going, what in the hell is going on? And trying to figure out, and within my spirituality, because I did go, just like another one of my mentors, I'm Neil Donald Walsh, and also being part of myself. This is morning, and I just finished my morning wakey baking Reiki video. Since it's still 5 a.m., I may have a cup of coffee because I want to be myself, and I'm a pot-smoking, spiritually long-haired hippie artist, and I have to be myself because that's what this is about. And so what I got this morning, yes, I have walked the path, because I started my journey 20 years ago because I was going, God, what's wrong? Why isn't this working? And I asked myself the question, I want to know about this stuff. I'm going to figure out. But to do it, I've got to start somewhere. And so the place I started is by saying, to know Jesus, you have to say there is no Jesus. And so I wiped out as much as I could, and I kept working out all my notions that there's a God and that there's a Jesus, and just any preconceived notions, because I was raised in the Christian church, and I knew to go back and to try to find Jesus and to understand that from the same place, the same books, from any of that was not going to work, because it was just going to lock in my old beliefs. And so what I did was, the universe sent me a message, and it was just craziest way ever, and 27 days after receiving that message, I was on top of this big freighter heading out to a little small island off the coast of Thailand. And with that, I was like a total of 3, 4, I can't remember. I took 2 journeys back to Thailand, and my life started changing. There was Thailand, Cambodia, and then I came back, and my journey, it took me to the swamps of the Everglades, to study with the father of firewalking, to study just a whole nother extreme spirituality. Then I went down to the desert in Las Vegas, and I started studying Reiki, and I started walking out in the desert, sitting on top of the mountains, fasting for 40 days. And then I went and I set myself in a situation for 4 years where all I did was work with horses, very little interaction with humans, and spent the rest of my time studying, meditating, chanting for hours. I did a series of chanting, mantra chants, and I figured that I chanted 360 hours in the search of spirituality. And so now, these last 4 months, I have been channeling Usui Sensei for this final step, this final thing of the journey, because I've created a whole practice around something I call Yumikido. And I believe it is what Usui Sensei would have created at this time. And I've been trying to figure out how to bring it forth, how to give it life. And everything was so the way it used to be, and so I don't like it, and so And suddenly I realized, and it was all this morning when Usui Sensei channeled to me during my practice. There's only one known book of what Usui Sensei put out. And it's just a simple little manual. And most of it was stuff that he says you don't need. And in the first part, it's just simply these 3 things. Meditate, breathe, intention. And that's all he physically put out. And because of something very simple, everything was changed of how people looked at him. And this whole new way of how we look at Usui Sensei was brought out. And they don't even call him Usui Sensei anymore. They call him Dr. Usui. And we've lost track with what's going on because no one's really even saying who he was, what his clinic was. And so I've been studying this for years, and I believe I have an understanding. And now this morning, everything came clear on day 210 of my 1,000-day journey. And what it is I am to teach in the same mannerism as Usui Sensei learned. Because Usui Sensei didn't have teachers, he had senseis. I believe in the stories he did travel around the world like I did. And he went to different places and sat with different teachers for a while, but they didn't teach him, they gave him his stories. And when I look back on all of my teachers, the main way I learned is through their stories, by allowing them to be my sensei. Yes, all of the main lessons from all of my teachers, even Tony Robbins, it wasn't the tools. It was his story of what he was going through during divorce and how he came through it, not with his tools, with his heart. He's told his story. And so that's what I'm going to do in the dojo. I'm going to share my stories of how I have grown. Sensei mean the one who is walking ahead. I'm simply walking the path by sharing my stories of what I have done. And that's what I'm going to do in the dojo. I'm going to say I channel because a lot of the information I get is through channeling. And I made a video and I'll probably share another one of what I have learned and how I in my life channel. And I will share stories of where I've done it. So many things come out. Just this morning during my simple practice, so many things were brought to me that I sit back and I go, how did all of that information come to me in that short time? The only reason it possibly could have is there's something we call channeling. So that's how this dojo is going to be. I'm going to create videos where I am going to channel Usui Sensei because I do it every morning. I'm going to share the information in here. I'm going to share insights, how it has helped in my life, and then I would love feedback from you on what you see, where something like this has come up in your life. And on this video alone, I would like your feedback on what you feel about channeling. So with that, welcome to Reiki Dojo. Namaste.